Abraham Lincoln was the 16th President of the United States. He was born in Illinois, and he had a humble childhood. Although Lincoln was eventually elected for federal office, he encountered many failures on his journey to success. He lost many elections, including ones for state legislator, Speaker of the House, Congress, Senate, and Vice President. Although he had many losses, he eventually became known as one of America's greatest leaders. However, he stirred up a lot of controversy with the southern states. By abolishing slavery and engaging in war with the South, he put a target on his back and was eventually assassinated, making him the first president to have been killed in office. John Wilkes Booth, a famous actor and Confederate sympathizer, shot Lincoln in the back of the head during a play at the Ford Theater, 5 days after the end of the Civil War. Lincoln died the next morning. This was part of a larger plan on Booth's part to revive the Confederacy by killing Lincoln, his Vice President Andrew Johnson, and the Secretary of State William H. Seward. Seward was only wounded, and George Atzerodt failed to kill Johnson. Booth was now the subject of one of the largest manhunts in history. Over 10,000 federal troops, detectives, and police were hot on his trail for 12 days. He and an accomplice by the name of David Harold traveled down the Anacostia River and fled towards southern Maryland, stopping at the home of Dr. Samuel Mudd to treat a broken leg Booth had acquired in his escape from the theater. Samuel Mudd's help earned himself a life sentence that was later commuted. Booth and Harold then stayed with Thomas A. Jones, who was a Confederate agent that gave them refuge while they were hunted. After their stay with Jones, they secured a boat to row across the Potomac to Virginia, where they found a farmhouse to hide out in. Shortly after, Booth and Harold were surrounded by Union troops who set fire to the house in hopes of flushing the two criminals out. Harold surrendered, but Booth remained stubborn and would not give in. As the fire became more severe, Booth allegedly raised his gun to shoot, causing a Union sergeant to shoot him in the neck. The Union troops carried him out alive, but he died 3 hours later. His last words were "useless, useless." Booth's 4 accomplices in the assassination were convicted and hanged on July 7, 1865. The 4 people included David Harold and Mary Surratt, who was the first woman put to death by the federal government. Lincoln's assassination sparked a national mourning. His death secured a legacy of greatness, and Lincoln is now known as one of the best presidents of the United States.